Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamerdad, with another video for you. So we finally have the most anticipated update for some time actually, the Return of the Goddess of Time, Part 2 Tales from the East, Part 3 Conclusion. This is obviously still version 2.8.5, and so this will actually download within game, which means you just have to reset the game at around the update time, which is about 24 hours from now. It won't be in the App Store, and let it rip. So there's going to be obviously a lot of spoilers, a lot of big content. I'm guessing there's probably 10 chapters, and we're going to find out how the different timelines or the different type of Aldos, for those who have finished up to chapter 76, really tie in together, as well as how the Daughter of Time, Professor, aka Professor Madoka, ties into being the mother of Eden and Fane. There's a lot of things that I'm hoping get answered. So obviously you do have to finish up to the most recent chapter of the main story, and of course be in this update 2.8.5 as well. So sometime during this massive story update, you will be able to get Fane as a 5-star. So really looking forward to that as well. I'm not sure which chapter that will be, but we'll get to that when we get there, right? Now, in terms of the banners available, for those who've been catching, Scott on the Another Eden Global official channel, he already gave us some information as to what to expect in terms of types of fatefuls, celebratory things for free-to-plays as well. However, the most anticipated banner here is the Nakoko / ES or Extra Style Sukiya, available for both free-to-play as well as for paid stones. So let's go over Nakoko first. She is a very anticipated unit. She has tons and tons of abilities, and the main thing we're going to cover here is that Nakoko essentially fits in all elemental zones. She will change her move, her elemental type to the elemental stance or the zone that's in play. And so basically for any of the 4 fire, wind, earth, which is her basic element, as well as water, she'll just be able to fit right in. And obviously she is a slash user, so either way, hey, subs in for any elemental zone. She can heal, she can give physical and type resistance of all main and reserve party members, plus 35%. So a great shield right there. She can do a fair bit of damage, although I don't think she's one of the top DPS in the game. But really, in terms of support, unbelievable. One of her signature moves, for example, is an Earth type / AoE. It restores everybody's heal HP by 1500, and not only gets increased damage with when the units are afflicted with pain. However, in any zone that is elemental, it'll increase damage to herself, as well as increase the HP restore to 3000. So for those who have Melina helping to heal 3000 for the whole party, this takes the place of a lot of healers. So you have an offensive support unit that can do that. She can also set crit rate of all party members for 100%. She's got tons and tons of stuff. She can do earth type resistance debuff, boost earth type attacks of all party members. The list goes on and on. So I won't spend too much time there, but again, amazing support unit. Now in terms of Sukiya ES, this is the 3rd iteration of Sukiya. There is the normal style as well as a AS version or another style, and those are both fire type katana units. Now, being that extra style units actually change elemental type as well as weapon type, this is a second Pierce zone setter. So we had obviously AS Foreign in the last major update with Thililili with the Mythos, and so she was our water Pierce setter. This is going to be a wind bow Pierce zone setter. And again, if you have any form of Sukiya, she's already pretty powerful. However, in this form, she's quite awesome as well. Obviously, she can, in her case, she lost her Howling Surge, which is that 50% physical resistance debuff. However, she can do Pierce and Wind type resistance down 30% to start, and if she's in any zone, it's going to increase the debuff to 45. So essentially, I mean, Pierce and Wind type, since she does both, that increases that damage to essentially 45. Hey, that's 90% extra damage for Wind Pierce units, aka her. Not only that, she has AoEs obviously, and she's actually got kind of something where if she builds up enough stacks, then she really lets loose in terms of power. So until I get her, and hopefully I get her eventually, either through grinding treatises or pulling her outright, she stacks these demon hearts, and eventually once she gets enough, she unlocks her secondary form, which does tremendous amounts of damage. I believe if she VCs in, she'll already get a few of these stacks to start. However, one other thing to note that her passive skill is very similar to AS4, whereas at the end of turn, all party members get boosted for Pierce type attacks, depending on the number of Pierce attacks done that turn. So just offensive, very similar to the other one. So yeah, this banner is going to be amazing. I will cover it more in depth tomorrow in my Should You Summon, but I mean, most of you have probably read up on these two units and understand that they are quite powerful as long as they can find a place on your team. So as you can see, lots of new areas, another dungeon which will be unlocked at the end of the series once you finish it, and of course unlocking Fene's 5-star class. So a lot of people will be spending on this banner. They're going to be the long-awaited Star Dream encounter, aka SDE. For those who are relatively new to the game, what that means is you get a normal 10 pull, which is done by paid 1,000 stones, and that can just be random. I don't believe that guarantees a 5-star. However, at the end of that, you do get this Star Dream fragment or Star Dream piece that can select any unit you want up to this version. So if you're willing to pay stones, that essentially is a wild card available for the likes of Nikoko, ES Sukiya, maybe your ES Melina, or any other crazy unit that you've missed out in the past, aka Melissa. And again, I will talk more about that in the coming days. And one thing is that once you get it, the Star Dream piece, make sure it only lasts 30 days from the time of using that Star Dream encounter. So don't let that fade. There is also the Fateful Encounter main story conclusion, which is basically 3 times where you get a flat 10% chance on both ES Sukiya as well as Nikoko. So 10% and 10% as opposed to the regular Fateful that only features 1 unit for 10% chance on the 10th pull. So this is great value for those who are targeting those 2 particular units. And of course, you can still get other 5 stars either on the 10th pull or throughout the pulls 1 to 9. And finally, there is a one-time Fateful paid, of course, these are all paid stones, where you can get either Hina or Yukino. 50-50 chance. So it guarantees one of those 2, and again, you can hit additional 5 stars or 4.5s on pulls 1 to 9. A lot of people will be looking to add Yukino to their roster, and Hina's not bad either, although probably most people will want Yukina the Snowman over the Hina. And this is another Faithful. So tons and tons of Faithful. So for those who want to spend stones, you get a guaranteed one of these 4 AS characters on the 10th pull. So 25% chance, 1 in 4. All AS, all pretty powerful. And make note that if you do get Sukiya AS, that does unlock the ability to farm those codexes for the ES version that will be released tomorrow as well. There is you can buy 2 packages of each of the 2,000 and 4,000 Chronostone packages. So obviously with all those awesome Fatefuls, if you're willing to spend money either as a dolphin or a whale, great times, spend tons of money and get tons of value and awesome banners in this case. And for everyone, including free-to-plays, we do have increased logins back to the 50, for another couple weeks. So hey, that's like 14 times, say 30 instead of normal 20. So an extra 420 stones to put towards these, banners. Not only that, and there's more. We have Whisper Time. For those who are relatively new to the game, Whisper Time is a free single pull. You have to use it that particular day that you get it. You summon 1 every day for 10 days, And at the end of the 10 days, you do get additional Whisper of Time Drop encounter. And so what that means is after 10 days of collecting and summoning, hopefully not too many Rainbow Sisters bots or knights, you get a guaranteed 5-star. And so that's essentially 11 pulls, 10 random pulls, as well as 1 ultimate pull. And I believe these are actually available, these units are going to be available up to version 2.8.5. So even in these Whispers and the time drop, I believe you can get Nakoko and Iyasukiya, although please correct me if I am wrong. And even more, another free 5-star. So if you're able to start any main story, so you can see the lists here, 27, 45, 56, 67, and for those of us in the end game, chapter 75, you start it and you get this guiding light drop. So this is a guaranteed 5-star light character. However, this is only a version up to 2.6.8, so I believe that is AS Miyu, probably one of the newest ones. So, a little bit downside there, but still, free 5-star, not bad at all. One last thing is that I might not have to record chapter replays for you, because now you can actually play it back through the Bard in Time's Forgotten Stop. So the way I'll be recording some of these, chapters moving forward is try to focus more on gameplay, maybe some problem solving, and maybe a little bit less on story. And finally, with all this, you do get upgraded moves for all these units. So take a look here. I'm not going to read them all to you, but there's a lot of new things here to go through. The main thing is I believe Aldo and Cyrus do get a lot of boosts, but you can check out the other ones as well. Alright, so there is some store mentions here. So as of tomorrow, the store will be live, and you can actually check out, I think if you check out the Another Eden Global official channel, they will talk about the store that they're going to be using as a third party to sell some of their, their memorabilia. So check that out if you want to buy something and support the game, as well as have a little trinket for yourself. Anyways, sorry for the long video. Let me know in the comments below what you're planning to do. Are you planning to start the update right away? Are you going to spend 1,000 or more stones on either banners? Are you going to Faithful? What do you think of the update? So let me know what your comments, and I'll try to check them out and respond as needed. As for myself, being that this will be an in-game update, most likely I will not be able to live stream, being that it will start really late. So most likely I will do a should you summon video first. I will probably summon whatever I want to summon, and then I'll record that and put that up. And then I'll slowly play through the game and hopefully get videos out in a timely manner for you. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.